Hello, I hope you are all having a wonderful day. For today's video, I wanted to do my TBR for the Magical Readathon, this time for the Owls that is taking place next month in April. Now, this is the first time that I have ever participated in this readathon, and honestly, only the second time that I've ever participated in a readathon, and I am super excited. I also feel like this couldn't have come at a better time, just with everything that's happening. It's nice to just get sucked out of that and kind of escape to the world of Harry Potter, which is just full of love and magical things, and it's just amazing, and it makes me wish that I was at Universal Studios or just at Hogwarts, and I just want to drink butterbeer and eat chocolate frogs and peppermint toads and just eat 3 broomsticks. So I'm really excited about this. Yeah, like I said, this is the first time that I've ever participated. If you don't know what this is a magical readathon that is hosted by G over at the Book Roast. I'll make sure to put down her announcement video for this round down below. But basically, she puts down 2 main readathons a year, as well as I believe there are some smaller ones that are like weekend long or like week long. I think, if I can remember correctly, this is a month long. But basically, she put down some crazy graphics and basically made everything seem physically real. I'm going to be printing out some of the pages to put in my bullet journal, and I'm excited to do a bullet journal spread because I wasn't going to make one for April otherwise, because I don't really have anything going on and I don't know which career path I wanted to take. So I basically made a wheel. So I'll tell you I believe there's 6 categories. So I'm choosing between an alchemist, a curse breaker, a healer, a Hogwarts professor, a mind medic, and a spellmaker. And then we will figure out what my TBR is for that career. Alright, spin the wheel. A Hogwarts professor! Okay, that's pretty cool, a Hogwarts professor. So, a Hogwarts professor must pass 7 owls in total, a subject you wish to teach, defense against the dark arts, and 5 additional subjects of your choice. Okay, so let's first off start with the subject that I would most want to teach. So I think for the subject, I'm between 2. I'm between Transfiguration or History of Magic. I feel like I want to be a history of magic professor. I feel like that sounds so much fun. I love learning the history. I feel like that would be really fun to do. So I am going to be a history of magic professor. And so for history of magic, the first book we have to pick is Witch Hunts. So book that is featuring witches/wizards. So this one I am going to include because this is the next book that I have to read for my Harry Potter readathon that I've started myself in the beginning of January. So that is Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. I know this is a big book, but I'm gonna read it anyway, so might as well include it in this readathon. Obviously, I had to include a Harry Potter book in here somewhere. I mean, come on. Would it really be a Harry Potter readathon if there was no Harry Potter in it? So I'm going to include this one. I know it's obviously a big chunker. This one is probably the hardest book for me to reread, just because while there's a lot of amazing things that happen in this book, like the Quidditch World Cup, the Yule Ball, the Triwizard Tournament, there's just a lot getting thrown at you. So I'm definitely excited to read this book this month. Okay, so the next book we have to read is Defense Against the Dark Arts. This prompt is Grindylows. So basically we have to read a book that's set at the sea/the coast. I go with Dark Shores by Danielle L. Jensen because I have been wanting to read this one for a while. So that is going to be our Defense Against the Dark Arts book. Next 5 are just additional subjects. So first one I'm going to choose is, we'll do Transfiguration because I was debating between that one. So, an Animagus lecture, so book series that includes shapeshifting. And the book I'm going to choose is A Curse So Dark and Lonely by Bridget Kemmermere. This is a Beauty and the Beast retelling. That's really all I know about it. That's really all I want to know about it. So, we're going to specifically do werewolves because, or I don't know if this is technically would be a werewolf because it's a beast, but he technically transforms. I don't know which interpretation we're going to take with this one, but I'm very excited to read this. Been waiting to read it for a while. So this is going to be the one that I'm reading for Transfiguration. Next one I'm going to do is Muggle Studies, which is a book from a A Perspective of a Muggle, which is a contemporary. I hopefully will have this still, but it is Meet Cute by, I think it's, who is the author? Meet Cute by Helena Hunting. I have the ebook on it, so I don't know when this is going to expire. I hope it doesn't expire before the end of this readathon, but we shall see. But I'm going to read that. Don't know what it's about, but I'm excited to read it because I've been really into reading those lately. I'm going to choose Divination because I feel like that would be a fun class to just teach. Even though I'm not technically teaching that one, I feel like it would just be a fun class to literally like, because let's be honest, Professor Trelawney kind of just fucks around in that class. The prompt for Divination is Third Eye. Assign numbers to your TBR and use a random number generator to pick your read. So I'm just going to generate a number between, let's just say 1 and 100 because I probably have about 100 books on here. So I'm just going to go with whatever that book is. If I have already read that, then I will just go to the one that's the next one. So I have a generator. We have number 59. Okay, so 59 we have Beyond a Darkened Shore by Jessica Leigh. This is a book that I got from a Fairy Loot box, and I have been meaning to read it. I think I got it this time last year. I just haven't picked it up. It does look very interesting, but I just haven't, like I said, I haven't picked it up. So this is going to be the book that I will be reading for Divination. I'm going to do Care of Magical Creatures, which is hippogriffs, so creature with a beak on the cover. So I'm going to count this as a beak, but this is The Lost Hero by Rick Riordan. This is the first book in the Heroes of Olympus series. I have read this one, but I honestly don't remember what it's about, and I need to reread this so I can finish on with the series because I have a good amount of the books. But so there's a dragon on the cover, and I'm going to consider that this is a beak because it's my rule. So this is the book that I'm going to read for Care of Magical Creatures. I'm going to do Charms. Charms is more magical to me. So Charms is Lumos Maxima, so it's a white cover. So the only two white covers that I have that are pretty close is The Raven Boys by Maggie Stiefvater or The Crown's Game by Evelyn Skye. I don't know which one is considered more white. Probably this one. I guess I'm going to read this one. So I will be reading The Raven Boys by Maggie Stiefvater, which is the first book in the Raven Cycle series. I'm probably one of the last people on the planet to read this book, but this is mostly a white cover, so we're going to choose this one for Charms. There are also courses, trainings, and seminars that you can take. You basically would just add a few more books or subjects to your already reading, and they are really good. The ones that are on here are Animagus training, we have Dragon Tamer training, Learn to Operate Locomotive Trains, Magical Shot Management, Merpeople Linguistics, or Legal Defense of Fantastic Beasts seminar. Okay, so now I'm between these two, which is Animagus training or Dragon Tamer training. So for Dragon Tamer, you just have to read an extra book with dragons in it. And then Animagus training is you have to have arithmancy, potions, and transfiguration. This Dragon Tamer sounds freaking cool. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do this, so okay. But weirdly enough, I don't have any books that have to do with dragons, are not including the ones that I already have read. So I'm going to do a switcheroo. So I'm going to switch my History of Magic book and change my Witch/Wizard book to the Tales of Beetle the Bard. It has to do with witches and wizards. So I'm going to switch to be a Dragon Tamer. I'm going to switch it for Goblet of Fire, which works out amazing because Triwizard Tournament, they got dragons in it. So this is going to be the book for my Dragon Tamer. What is it, a seminar? I'm going to be a teacher that teaches History of Magic, but I'm also a dragon trainer on the side. That is just going to add to my resume and hopefully gets me hired. Who knows? We got a nice mix, although I just noticed that I have a nice blue theme going on, except for this book and this book. I have a nice blue theme. But yeah, so these are going to be the books, plus the Meet Cute book by Helena Hunting, which is the ebook. So these are all the books that I will be reading, plus the other one. So I'm pretty excited. I'm pretty optimistic. I think that we can make it happen, and I'm very excited about it. I'm still also going to be doing my April TBR Trouble. So these will not be all of the books that I will be reading, hopefully in the month of April. So stay tuned for that video because it'll probably be the next video after that. Definitely going to be busy the days that I'm not working. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know down below in the comments if you're taking place in the Magical Readathon, and if so, which career path you're taking, or if you're also taking any courses, seminars, or trainings, let me know. And than that, please subscribe to my channel if you enjoyed this video, and that way you can see more of me in the future. Otherwise, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!